Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tabletop Tavern. Initially, I wasn't very interested in this game, but then I watched a few minutes of gameplay and became intrigued. If you've ever played a Total War game, you've seen this. You've seen these types of unit cards, the stat blocks, everything. You pick your starting faction and hero, and then you go through a series of battles and events similar to Slay the Spire and similar games, and try to survive until the end. And in the process of doing so, you have your meta progression. You unlock starting gear, different starting armies, new factions, new heroes. At least I think there are new factions to unlock according to this bottom row. There are also these general upgrades that you buy with gold that you accumulate during gameplay. You know, better, cheaper stuff, more starting bonuses, stuff like that. Nothing you haven't seen before. So I don't know, I do like Total War. It looks fun. It's a bit of a new take on this like Slay the Spire roguelite type of genre. Now, since I'm a basic bitch and this is my first time, we'll be starting with the Iron Legion. No, just kidding. We'll be starting with the Sanguine Court. After all, this is a nocturnal place, not lunchtime hangouts. Where goth girls go, we follow. So, what do we have? We have these campaign bonuses. One is an option to get some free cannon fodder units after a battle. And the other is that all of our units are immune to morale penalties from terror, which is like a passive ability that reduces morale. We're immune to flanking, so our units don't take extra damage from being attacked from the side or from behind. And they also don't take morale penalties from nearby retreating allies. So it seems like, undead, skeletons and zombies and whatnot, they can get scared, they can flee the battle, but it's just much harder to do so. We start with 15 gold, although some of your starting gold is automatically used up on your starting units and gear and such, so we actually start with 1 gold. That's our actual starting amount. Every hero has their signature unit. In our case, it's the Necrotic Chimera. There it is. We have an option to gain a consumable item after a battle of any rarity, apparently, which could get pretty good. I haven't played this at all by myself. I saw a few minutes of gameplay and I looked through the menus, the controls and such, but otherwise this is completely blind. And all of our units gain the Outrider ability, which is, you can see at the top right of the unit card, units can be deployed outside of player deployment zones. So if you've played Warhammer, this is the equivalent of Vanguard. You can deploy probably not anywhere on the map, but you have a lot more options. Which is interesting. The units we start with are these undead levies, basically a bunch of skeletons. It's a pretty weak unit, but there's 84 of them, as you can see, beneath the health bar. And they have shields, which make them a bit resistant to ranged attacks, but only from the front. We have, again, skeletons, but with bows this time. Nothing special. And we have these mist wraiths. And as you can see, they're ethereal. Units are unburdened by mortal bodies and cannot be slowed by terrain. So basically, they're not slowed down by presumably forested terrain or swamps, hills, or something like that. In Warhammer, these types of units usually have percentage-based defensive bonuses, because they tend to have 0 armor, and as you can see, this unit also has 0 armor, because they're ghosts, right? But that doesn't seem to be the case here. There is no alternative defense for them. Now, in close combat, they do have their melee defense to protect them somewhat, but without armor, it's as silly as it sounds, it seems like the ghosts are extra vulnerable, you know, to bows, crossbows, guns, whatever ranged weapons there are in this game. A bit weird flavor-wise, but and maybe there's something I'm missing or something I don't know, but we'll see. Until it's proven otherwise, I'm going to assume these units are very vulnerable to, like, you know, basic archers and such, you know, and keep them away. But other than that, they're decent, they're pretty strong and fast, so... Actually, are they fast? No, they're not fast. But they are our, like, you know, stronger unit that we start with. So that's all there is to know. There are multiple difficulty levels, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to start on lowest because you don't have any sort of meta progression based bonuses, and that's how these games are usually balanced. You start on the beginning difficulty and move to higher difficulties as you unlock more bonuses. So let's go! Infantry will not deal friendly fire damage. That's good to know. So archers and such, they don't do friendly fire. Because in Total War they would. Greetings, Commander. Okay, move the camera pressing was. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I can rotate it with the middle mouse button. Click on one of the nodes. So this is our starting node. A gift to aid you in your campaign. And I can re-roll these options with the rewind potion. I don't know how many times I can do this, what the restrictions are, but I'm not gonna use it yet. So we have like a health potion. More melee attack. For, I guess, all of our melee units. And an ornate ring which doubles gold when sold. I guess it doubles the amount of gold you currently have. And since max is 20, like the max, you should use it when you have 10 gold or more. I'm a bit unsure. Let's start with these swords. They seem like a good fit. So yeah, you can see the melee attack is now green, indicating that there's a bonus and, you know, they are stronger now. Melee attack determines their chance to hit, basically. And weapon strength determines damage. And now, you can sell gear you no longer want, but by clicking on the gear, then click the sell button. Okay, good to know. I don't want to sell. So now we have three options. We have rivers and rain. I guess weather indicates like it's like a battlefield condition, probably. Let's go to a river. You can choose to manually fight the battle or simulate it by clicking the auto resolve button. I don't know if auto resolve lets you redo the battle if you're not happy with the result. But yeah, there's a river on the battlefield, like it said, and the skies are clear. We have some goblin rabble. Let's see how this all works, right? Even though this is probably one of the battles that's, you know, relatively safe to auto resolve. Auto resolve probably gets worse later on. So now it's showing us controls and various, like, tips. I've actually looked through this already in the options menu. But you can see units can have various traits that have different effects, explains how melee defense and armor work. Let's just go. Roll for initiative. Oh, there's a... I can't bring back the tooltip, but it said this is like a goblin barracks and it gives them bonus attack. Okay, so I deploy second. Reposition your troops by right-clicking on the battlefield and dragging the mouse to the right. Okay, select multiple units by left-click and dragging a box. Okay, once the battle has started, you can change the battle speed by clicking the buttons in the top right. Yeah, so there's the battle speed. It's all pretty. If you play Total War, you pretty much know all this. Okay, so if I'm inside the radius of this building, you know, my goblin units would get bonus attack, but I don't have any of that, so... So yeah, you can right-click to reposition units or hold Alt and left-click to drag them around, which is how it is in Total War. And you should be able to do that with groups too. So, where are the goblins? I would like to deny them this bonus, you know, move as fast as I can to forward, or maybe even just like stay away from it completely. Why not? And I think I can position the wraiths over there, for example. A bit closer, maybe, just to be safe. Let's get going. You can assign groups. From what I see, there's no stamina. In this game, units don't get tired. You can make them fire faster, but with less accuracy, by using fire at will. I kind of want to turn this into a bit of a choke, you know? But I should have moved faster. At least they're outside of their attack bonus. There's Knight's Blood effect. Let's have the archers target them. They're out of ammo. When you see this yellow square, it means they're doing flanking damage. They're attacking someone from the side or behind. Okay, they've routed and we win. Units held in reserve recover up to 25% of their max health after each battle. If a unit's health reaches 0, they are permanently lost. Okay. So these options below, we can only choose one of those. And as far as, and the bonuses above, I guess we get all of those. So 3 gold, a rewind potion. Consumables can be used from the bottom right bar between battles. Bottom right, yeah, so they're over here. I guess I can only have 2 consumables at a time. And they also recruit a unit. Okay, so we have spear. Spear units have anti-large, so they do double damage against large units, which are typically like cavalry or monsters of some kind. We can get more shielded skeletons or these gravestone imps. We have who have chicken flight. Units make short hops and cannot be slowed by terrain. So is that basically the same as ethereal? That's a bit strange. Their speed is also 30. I'm going to get spears because I don't have any kind of anti-large bonus so far, and it seems like an important thing to have. You can reorder your units by clicking and dragging the unit cards from deployed to reserve. Yeah, that's fine. You can disband a unit you no longer want by clicking on the unit card, then selecting disband, which is this. Oh, you can rename units. Alright. Okay, so I can like get one of the enemy units, like conscript them into my army, which doesn't seem very appealing at this point. I can increase prestige of a unit, which is like a generic upgrade for a unit that makes it stronger. But I think that's better saved for like more elite units. I can get some gold or use my Raise Dead ability, and I don't know if I get all of this or just one. Yeah, I get all of them. Okay. Okay, so we have some gravestone imps, which are fairly weak, but there's a lot of them. Like, a lot. Here we have some undead Dobermans, almost like Resident Evil dogs. Yeah, and they count as large. So they're really fast, and they have a strong attack, but their melee defense is weak. And they have this, like, charge bonus, which increases their melee attack and weapon damage for 10 seconds after they've engaged a unit. And they also do, yeah, like extra damage to small units. So maybe I should drag my skeletons into reserve, let them heal up, and just move on. So fog or river? Let's see what fog is like. I'm assuming fog reduces ranged damage and or accuracy, but we'll see. There's some goblin archers, direwolves, which are also large, and some goblin rabble. And there's fog, yeah. Unit ranged and accuracy reduced by 50%. That's gonna benefit me because half their army, or even more than half, are archers. So let's just go. Okay, it's explaining how charge works. I mostly know that. I'm not sure what the difference is between deploying first and deploying second. I mean, we both deploy, you know, at the same time. I guess if I deploy first, then I get to see how they've arranged their units or something. I don't know. Okay, so their dogs are large, so ideally I'd like to engage them with the spearmen. I put these imps to the front. They'll be my meat shields. Archers can go behind. And I'll keep the spears behind like this and then send them, you know, wherever the dogs go. And the wraiths, let's put them to the side. I'll keep my dogs here and then send them to the side, but they're pretty fast. They're pretty fast, so they don't need to start on the side and maybe get attacked or something. Okay, bring the dogs back. Send the spearmen over there. Okay. And now send my own dogs to flank them. And wait to win. Okay, the dogs are already retreating. Send the Dobermans to a flanking position. You can come here. Just come over here. You attack there. You can follow them. Yeah, so you can see how flanking works and how morale works and all that. It's pretty straightforward, especially when you outnumber the enemy. Tip: go birds. Another rewind potion. I could use another unit of spears, I guess. As for this, I think I'm gonna get gold. I don't think I need even more units. Like, yeah, let's go for gold. Oh, there was a village. I should have gone there, maybe. I only have one option now. Even more goblins. Let's add the archers in. Let's arrange this a bit. Yeah. Let's try auto-resolving. Let's see how that works. Oh, when I mouse over the auto-resolve, you can see like red bars on the unit's numbers. You can see how much damage you'll take. Okay, I took a lot on the imps for some reason, but okay. And I can't like redo the battle, so I have to be mindful of that. Still pretty basic stuff. Sure, let's get more swordsmen. Don't want any goblins. Just give him more gold. Okay, now let's go to the middle so we have more options later.
Let's talk about gold.
At the end of each chapter, you earn interest on gold held. Saving gold compounds over time, so think twice before spending everything. So, okay, so I can buy like a starter, like a card pack, you know, and choose one common unit, which I really don't need. Like this bonus, like this faction ability that gives me free units, seems really powerful, at least at the start of the run. I can pay 4 gold to buy an alchemist potion that gives me 5 gold. Alright. And I can buy a random piece of gear. Okay, so I'll spend 4 gold to get 5 gold, I guess. And now use it. No, don't drink it. And now I have 22 gold. Okay, cool. I don't think I want to spend on anything. I don't really need anything that badly.
See ya.
And now I have another card shop, so let's go to the question mark. How
can I help you?
Oh, it's another shop. Okay. I guess question mark means it's unknown. Increase prestige. Rewind potion. I guess increasing the prestige of my wraiths could be useful, but again, I don't think I need to. I don't think I want to spend gold on it.
Goodbye.
So I'll just move on. Should I put you into reserve, maybe? Tavern game. Oh, I can gamble. Okay, so I can heal everyone for 20% of their health, which isn't worth it right now. And I can bet. Or I can skip. Sure, let's gamble. You know, just a little bit. Oh, I rolled a 5 versus 6, so 2 dice get rolled, whichever's higher wins. Fine. Now, I don't know what a castle is. Castle a battle? Or, you know, something useful you get? Does the legend say? Yeah, it says town. Okay, so let's go to a vampire town, you know? That's my people. Maybe they have something for us. Oh, I can fight the garrison or loot it. Heal all troops by 30%. Recruit units of town's race. Okay. Like, the heal isn't that useful, but alright. Oh, and I can deposit gold to buy those upgrades and use them on a future run. And I can maybe get a tier 2 unit. 1 recruit per town. If the town is the same race as army, the amount is uncapped. Let's see if I can get a tier 2. Okay, Death Haven Fiends. Like, they're uncommon, but they don't seem that special. Like, a lot of their stats are average. Their armor is low. Their speed is average. Like, I'm not sure what's supposed to be, like, so good. I mean, they're better than skeletons, I guess. But I've been looking around some, you know, other factions units on that start screen, and their stats tend to be around this, you know, maybe a tiny bit worse. But sure, let's get some fiends. And I'm gonna deposit all of my gold. I feel kind of safe with this, you know, big army, even though it's not very strong. Okay, there's rain. They have 1 ranged unit and what, like, anti-large, and this is their own, like, large monster type unit. They have that, you can see the terrifying trait, but my units are immune to it. If I auto-resolve, we can see, you know, the damage is more significant now. Okay, let's play it. Like, this rain is a really nasty penalty, so you really need to be careful, you know, what kind of army you build. If you go like all, you know, mostly ranged units or something, you can get really screwed. Now it's explaining how morale works. We've seen that. Can I win initiative once? Just to see how it works? Okay. Okay, so I need to be careful, you know, with their spearmen. I'll position my spearmen on the flanks to go after their trolls and dogs. Let's put the skeletons like this. Imps like this. Archers can go over there. Yeah, I guess I'll keep the Fiends in the back and use them as reinforcements. Send them wherever they're needed. Dogs can go on the flank. Okay, and I'll position the Wraiths on the flanks. As always. Yeah, rain is bad, we know that. Okay. I'm gonna target the trolls with archers. Actually, wait. No, the trolls have a lot of armor. I guess I'll just go after the rabble then. Retreat you. Actually, no, go over there. You flank them. Spears at the trolls. You flank them. Archers are out of ammo. These orc impalers are being really... Yeah, they actually have pretty good stats. More gold. I guess I could take one of these units just to replace a wounded one. Like, let's get rid of the imps. Actually, yeah, let's get rid of the imps and get more dogs. Adds a random unit to my army. If I knew the unit was gonna be of like a higher tier, I would take that, but again, conscripting survivors, if I could get the trolls, you know, it might be worth it to try, but I don't think that's guaranteed. I think it's random. I don't think I get to choose. Let's just get the gold. Actually, no, disband you. No, I'm getting the gold. That's fine. Oh, I didn't mean to click it. Okay. Roll a die to determine the outcome. Meet the roll requirements for success, fall short, or failure. Okay. Villagers plead for help slaying a rampaging monster threatening their homes. So, okay, yeah, I can choose what I want to do, but sort of like the better the option, the higher the roll I need to do. So this will give me gold, prestige or gold, but lose me some health on units. Or I guess no, I get gold and lost health on failure and gold and prestige on a success. And this is gold and prestige on success also. But I guess I'm honestly not sure what the difference oh, I guess I can demand payment on front. But I need to have a specific army size. So I guess this bottom option is always better than the top one. But you just need to have the correct army size. Okay, let's go with that. Drag the slider below the dice result to spend gold and boost your roll before accepting. Oh, I can spend gold to increase my result. Like 6 gold should be worth it because I'm supposed to get gold. Yeah, 25. And yeah, the Dobermans got prestiged. So you can see like their stats are quite a bit higher now. Attack is higher by 10 and melee defense also. So basically plus 10 to melee attack and defense. But I guess prestige, maybe prestige is applied randomly to 2 stats. I'm not sure how that works. Anyway, there's a city. There's a... Again, I didn't mean to click. Alright. What do we have here? Oh, these are elves. Forest spirits, archers, like their basic sword units. Treants, which are pretty strong. Veil piercers. I don't think I can beat them. Like I'd like to, but it's not gonna happen. Yeah. No, not all. Yeah, this is good. I'll leave 15 with myself. And leave. And I guess this is the end of the chapter here. Maybe I'll leave them in reserve. We'll see. Okay, bunch of goblin archers. Armored direwolves. Yeah, they have 80 armor. Like a very offensively oriented unit. It's anti-infantry, which means it does bonus damage against infantry. A catapult and meat grinders that have a lot of armor. I think I need to bring everyone. But this is kind of nasty, actually. But okay. Okay, since I deploy... So actually it's better to deploy second, because you can see how they're deployed. Yeah, so deploying first means you lost the roll. Alright. And forest gives you missile resistance. They do have, yeah, like 3 archer units, so that's not bad. Oh, continue. Come in here. I need to get rid of that catapult somehow. There's dire wolves. I'll put the damaged spearmen here. The undamaged ones here. Yeah, so I can deploy like closer to them. Can I? Oh, can I come here? Like straight into their face? Oh, wait. What? No. They'll deploy here, so... But maybe I can get right behind them. Wait, let's try this. The problem is, I don't know where their units are gonna be, so... Like, I'm kind of guessing here. I'll put the spears a bit behind. Dobermans can go on both sides. Wraiths can go here. I'll put archers on the side, actually. Maybe I can do some, like, extra damage with that. These fiends can go to the front. I think that's everyone, yeah. Okay, let's see what happens with this. Okay. Spears go at the direwolves. Actually, direwolves, like, even engaging them with basic infantry would be pretty good. You just run forward. You move in this general direction. You come here. Dogs can come here, and let's target fanatics with archers. Let's try to get you a bit to the sides, if possible. Their catapults are gone. Keep going. retreat for a bit. Okay. I think I have them. Yeah, okay. Wow, the Outrider thing really paid off. Oh, I lost my, like, one unit that was, you know, kind of stronger than the others. But I really shouldn't complain. Okay, more wraiths. I think I like the wraiths more than the fiends. Like, they're just... like, they're better in pretty much every way. Like, they don't... okay, there's fewer of them in the group. They don't have any armor, but... yeah. I do have some units in a pretty bad state. Let's disband the imps. Put you in reserve and then raise that. Because I don't know what's gonna happen. And that's Act 1. Act 2, The Silken Reaches. Can I do something at this campfire? I can rest, train. Yeah, so train prestige is a random unit, but I have a lot of, like, crappy, you know, disposable units, which are not good targets for that. I can rest. I think I want a gear item. Sounds fun. Okay, doubles gold when sold. Anti-large units gain 10 weapon strength. I have 2 of those. Yeah, the dogs and others don't count. Prevents rain from falling on the battlefield. Actually, I don't think I want that. And the Bracelet of the Sun Goddess doesn't really, you know, fit our vampiric flavor. So... like, the glaives are good, but I think I'll take the ring. And maybe I'll have more gold to deposit and help future runs. Seems like a good time to get it. And also find out how it works even, you know, with this gold doubling. Anyway, we've cleared an act. You know, we had a nice battle. This is a good time to stop. Consider liking and subscribing if you want to help me out. And I'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.